Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Barb, for that wonderful message. Our verse now is in Psalm 23, verse 3. He restores my soul. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, restores my soul, my inner being, the living being in me, myself, my person, all my desires, passion, appetite, emotion, that is my soul. He, Jesus, restores my soul. So when I backslide, run away, get distracted, or don't follow Him, break relationship, if I faint or hide from Him or run away from Him, He brings me back gently. He comforts me. He refreshes me with the promises of His words and the consolations of His Spirit. He is after my well-being. Every morning, fresh hope, outpourings of grace come to me, and that is great encouragement. Who else would do this but the one who has known me and loves me? He has my soul. He created my soul. Through Adam, He breathed, and Adam became a living soul. He knows me inside and out, not through force, but with meekness and gentleness. Who better to restore us than Jesus, who really knows us and loves us? He leads me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Notice the shepherd leads. The shepherd is in the front of the sheep. He's in front of his flock. He leads in us in the paths of righteousness. It may be the main road, the side road, the detour. It may be through the valley. It may be up in the mountain. But it is the right path. Why? Because He, Jesus, is full of righteousness. So I would like you to think about this. So when we pray, I'd like you to repeat after me. When we pray, say these words: Jesus, please lead me in the right path. When I need a decision, when I need a guidance, Jesus, lead me in the right path. You know, Jesus knows where He is going for His name's sake, and He guarantees it because He is perfect, He is righteous, and He won't abandon us. He won't change us, or He won't alter the course. When we are in a road trip and driving in a car, what are the usual questions of the passengers? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And the worst answer is no, we are lost. And as a driver, I won't say that, or I won't admit that. But Jesus is never lost. In fact, He knows the way. He is the way. So when we do not know where we are going, pray to Jesus. Jesus, lead me to the path of righteousness. It is the right path. It may be hard, it may be difficult. It may be up the mountain, as I said, it may be down the valley, it may be up a tree, or riding a boat, or walking through the desert. But it is the right path. And you can trust Him because He guarantees it by His name, His reputation. He is perfect, and He is never lost. Jesus is never lost. He knows the way, and He is the way. Hello, and let's go to verse 4. Verse 4 says, Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I walk. The sheep is walking behind the shepherd. It is ridiculous to see a sheep, running ahead of the shepherd. What will happen? It may stumble, it may fall, it may injure itself, it will break a leg, it may be eaten by predators because the sheep, the path, has not yet been cleared by the shepherd. And so, it is dangerous to run in impatience. And so the best thing is to walk alongside the shepherd or with the shepherd. There are times, me myself, I am impatient and I cry to the Lord and say, Lord, deliver me quickly. I want to get out of this pain. I want to get out of this suffering. I can't handle it anymore. I will lose my mind. But sometimes I have to be patient and walk alongside with Jesus, with our shepherd. Remember in verse 3, it is still the right path. And as I said, sometimes even though, King David writes, even though I walk this valley, it is still the right path. Now the shadow that will not exist without a light shining on the other side. The light is always there. The sun is always there. Even if we are in a physical valley, we know that the sun is always shining. Even though it's covered with clouds, it is always there. And that is why King David wrote, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. His rod, the symbol of his power, his authority, and his protection. He wards off evil. For the sheep, it's the wolves and the lions. And his staff, they comfort me. If we wander around, if we get lost, if we don't know where we're going, or if we stray, he guides us back. He reels us in through the shepherd's crook, the end of the staff, there is a hook, and he reels us in gently. And that is the promise of Jesus. It was because he is the shepherd. I would like you to visualize and see as you are walking through this valley, look at how the shepherd thinks. His perspective. The shepherd is looking forward, toward home. Let us catch his vision. The shepherd has a vision. And what is the vision? The vision of going home in safety. The vision of going home whole, in joy. The vision of glory. The vision of being with him at home, safe and sound. Let us catch that vision and believe in it, that the shepherd is all for our well-being. That is why King David said, the rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I will fear no evil because you are with me. Let us catch and believe in the shepherd as he guides us through this valley of the shadow of death. And I'd like to add another thing. Sometimes there will come a time, not sometimes, but there will come a time that I will physically leave this earth. It is said in the Bible, it is appointed for man once to die. And if Jesus doesn't come in my lifetime, I will physically be gone. I will have no illusion, I will have no grandeur that I can live forever. I hope people will miss me. I hope, it will be easy on my loved ones, but I will be dishonest if I think that I won't die. Yes, I will die and leave this earth. But there is comfort. There is peace. What is the proof? Have you watched a Christian die? Have you watched a Christian die? I have seen amazing peace and comfort. Christians of faith who are at peace and do not worry because they know they are in God's hands. Remember Stephen, the first martyr, when he was he was cast into the pit and they throw stones at him. He looked up to heaven and he said, Father, forgive them for what they are doing. And he looked and saw Jesus and he was at peace. He knew where he was going. And that struck a chord or hit Saul, who later became Paul. And you see, death is not to be feared. It is not the end of the story, my friends and brothers and sisters. Remember, Jesus is with us throughout, and He will guide us home, wherever that is. It may be deliverance right now from our sufferings, or it may be heaven when we face that time. So I would like to encourage you that whatever happens, Jesus is our guide, He is our shepherd, and He will be with us always.